Have you ever wondered what sets truly successful people apart from the rest? It's not just money, luck, or innate talent. The truth is that many millionaires started from absolute zero, no inheritance, no powerful connections, no secret success manual. What did they have? Habits, success habits, daily discipline, and a growth mindset that kept them going even in the face of failure. And hey, erase the good news, these habits aren't exclusive to the financial elite. Maybe you made promises to change at the beginning of the year. Who hasn't, right? But only 10 of people actually keep their New Year's resolutions. Why? Because they focus on goals, but ignore the daily behaviors that support those goals. Wealth, productivity, and personal fulfillment don't happen overnight. They're the result of small, daily actions that add up over time. Yes, you can transform your reality by starting with what's within your reach today, your habits. And you don't have to turn your life upside down. Transformation starts with simple choices, deciding whether to open your phone or open a book, whether to complain or adjust your plan, whether to push things along or act consistently. And you know what's best? This is 100% your responsibility, and no one can take that away from you. In this article, you will discover 5 habits that the rich cultivate religiously and how you can adopt them in a practical way. Even if you are still far from making your first million, we are not talking about magic, but rather strategy. The kind of strategy that changes mindsets, builds resilience, and creates a solid path towards achieving goals. So, if you are tired of just dreaming about success and want to actually build it step by step, come with me. What you will learn here could be the turning point you were missing in your journey. Take advantage now, save this content. Share it with someone who also wants to grow and get ready to activate your high-performance mindset. Let's go together. If there's one thing that separates those who thrive from those who stagnate, it's how we deal with challenges. A growth mindset is like a silent superpower. It allows you to see mistakes as learning experiences, criticism as fuel, and obstacles as stepping stones. Unlike a fixed mindset, which believes that talent is immutable, a growth mindset believes in the potential for continuous improvement. And that changes everything, especially when you're starting from scratch. Psychologist Carol Dweck coined this concept and proved that believing in your ability to improve is already halfway to real success. One example? Michael Jordan, yes, the basketball icon, was cut from his school team. He could have accepted that failure as a sentence. But no, he used it as daily motivation to train harder, learn more, and become a legend. This is self-improvement in its purest form, and it's available to you too. The secret is to see each setback as part of the process. High performance does not come from comfort, but from the friction between who you are and who you can become. People with a growth mindset do not run away from discomfort, they run towards it. They know that each challenge overcome strengthens not only their resume, but mainly their confidence. And when you believe that you can learn anything, life opens up like a map full of possibilities. Want to start cultivating this habit right now? First, change your vocabulary, replace "I can't" with "I can't yet." Second, practice curiosity, read books like The Mindset Carol Dweck, The Power of Habit Charles Duhigg, or Performance Pete Brad Stulberg. And finally, celebrate small progress. Every step counts. Remember, personal growth is not a destination, it's a lifestyle. Developing a growth mindset is like building the foundation of a building. Without it, any technique or strategy will crumble. But with it, you gain resilience, clarity, and the strength to keep going even on difficult days. And it's precisely when you think about giving up that this mindset shows its value. Now that you understand the importance of growing from within, you're ready to take the next step, eliminating what's holding you back. We live in an era where our cell phones know more about our attention than we do. Endless notifications, social media calling us every minute, and an avalanche of visual stimuli. The result? An overloaded brain and productivity in ruins. But the truly rich, those who build empires, not just followers, cultivate focus as a precious asset. They understand that attention is a new oil, and those who master it, master results. Author Cal Newport, in his book Focus Work, argues that the most successful people are those who can enter a state of deep work, long periods of uninterrupted concentration on highly important tasks. This is the opposite of multitasking, which only seems efficient but in practice destroys performance. And here comes Pareto's law: 80 of your results come from just 20 of your actions. How much of your time is actually producing results? To achieve high performance, you need to protect your attention. Try using Do Not Disturb mode, silencing notifications, and setting specific times to check messages. It sounds simple, but it can be a game changer. You can also try the Pomodoro method: 25 minutes of focused work followed by 5 minutes of breaks. This helps your brain stay engaged without becoming exhausted. Over time, your productivity will double, and so will your sense of personal accomplishment. If you want to go a step further, create a distraction-free environment. Remove anything that sabotages your focus: cell phones, social networks, TV. Instead, keep books, paper, and pens nearby. List your 3 main tasks for the day and start with the one that will bring you closest to achieving your goals. When you learn to protect your attention, you also start to protect your dreams. Focus is the most direct path between you and your next achievement. Mastering focus is like sharpening your sword before battle. It may seem like a waste of time, but it's what defines who wins. Now that you know how to channel your mental energy strategically, let's talk about what really sustains success: consistency. Because having a productive day isn't enough, it's repetition that builds extraordinary results. There's a dangerous myth about success: it happens all at once, like magic. But if you take a closer look behind the scenes at the people who get there, you'll see a completely different story. Real success is built on daily building block, small actions that, over time, create an unshakable foundation. It's not about doing a lot every once in a while. It's about doing the essentials every day. Consistency is the silent engine of high performance. Remember Usain Bolt? He ran for less than 10 seconds at the Olympics, but he trained for years for those brief moments of glory. Most people only see the medal, but ignore the sacrifices, the training, the injuries, the days when he had to get out of bed even without motivation. And that's exactly what you need to understand. It doesn't matter how small your steps are, as long as you keep moving. Daily discipline is what separates intention from achievement. The best way to stay consistent is to make your habits almost automatic. One effective strategy is habit stacking. For example, after brushing your teeth in the morning, read a page of a book. After breakfast, review your to-do list. These triggers make it easier to get things done and eliminate the effort of making decisions. And the less you have to decide, the less room there is for procrastination. It's also essential to track your progress. Use a calendar, an app, or even a simple spreadsheet to mark the days you completed your actions. This visualization creates a sense of accountability and reinforces consistency. Each time you see a streak growing, it becomes harder to break it. And when you look back and realize how much you've improved, motivation is rekindled. Small commitments lead to big changes. Consistency is a secret that no one wants to hear because it requires patience. But it's what builds a growth mindset and resilience. When you understand that repeating the essentials, even on days when you're not feeling inspired, is what leads to excellence, everything changes. And it's this quiet strength that prepares you for the next inevitable challenge: how to react when things don't go as planned. If there's one thing that's certain about the journey to success, it's that you're going to stumble, and probably a lot of times. What sets the truly rich apart isn't the lack of falls, but the ability to get back up stronger each time. Resilience is that invisible muscle that you need to exercise daily to overcome failures and stay on the path to high performance without losing your daily motivation. A classic example is Lionel Messi. In 2014, he faced a bitter defeat in the World Cup. He could have let himself get down, but he used that pain as fuel to come back even more focused and determined. The result? The glory of victory in 2022, years of dedication and continuous learning that built a successful trajectory. It is this type of self-improvement that we can all learn and apply, regardless of the area of life. Practicing resilience also involves taking care of your emotional health. Stress and frustration can be silent saboteurs of your productivity and focus. Take time to relax, meditate, or simply disconnect. Surround yourself with people who support you and inspire you to keep going. Never underestimate the power of emotional support in building a strong mindset that is prepared to face any adversity. Another practical tip is to view mistakes as teachers, not enemies. Instead of punishing yourself or procrastinating, do an honest analysis of what went wrong, what can be fixed. This active approach creates a virtuous cycle of continuous learning and personal development, strengthening your resilience. The truth is that each failure brings an invitation for you to evolve and reinvent yourself. Resilience is not just a habit, it's the essence of sustainable high performance. It's what ensures you don't give up when the winds turn against you, and that you maintain focus and daily discipline, even in the face of difficulties. Now that you know how to strengthen yourself, you're ready for the final habit that will supercharge your transformation: continuous learning and curiosity. The world never stops turning, and with it, opportunities and challenges are renewed every day. Those who stop learning get left behind. It's that simple. That's why continuous learning is one of the most powerful habits you can develop to keep your growth mindset sharp and your high performance at its peak. Curiosity is the engine that keeps this gear running. Gandhi once said, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever." This phrase has never been more relevant than it is today. Instead of settling for what they know, the truly wealthy invest time and energy in books, courses, events, and conversations that broaden their horizons. Books like Antifragile, Nassim Taleb, Essentialism, Greg McKeown, even Mindset, Carol Dweck, are great starting points for this journey. To apply this to your daily life, start simple. Set aside 20 minutes for reading or listening to podcasts that add value. Take part in workshops or study groups, and exchange ideas with people who challenge you to think differently. Always keep your radar on for new information, without losing focus in the daily discipline you have already built. After all, knowledge without action is just idle information. Keeping your curiosity alive is also a way to protect yourself from procrastination and discouragement. When you are genuinely interested in what you do, deep work stops being a sacrifice and becomes a pleasure. And this pleasure is the fuel that fuels your personal transformation and achievements. Curiosity is an invitation for you to never give up on being better every day. Finally, remember that continuous learning is not a boring obligation, but an ongoing adventure. Each new insight is another piece in the puzzle of real success. With discipline and daily motivation, you'll create a virtuous cycle that unites personal development, focus, and concrete results. Now, let's close this journey with a message that will encourage you to take action and transform everything you have learned into practice. You've seen how the habits of the rich aren't inaccessible secrets, but simple and powerful choices that anyone can copy, even starting from scratch. Real success lies precisely in the sum of small daily actions, discipline, focus, and the courage to overcome failures. And you know what's best? All of this depends on you, on your decisions, your daily motivation, and your desire to transform your life from the inside out. Take a moment to reflect. Which of these habits can you start practicing today? Where can you cut out distractions, be more consistent, or simply learn something new? Personal transformation doesn't wait for the perfect time. It happens through immediate action, through the step you decide to take right now, at this very moment. Don't wait for tomorrow or Monday. Start today, even if it's just with a small action. Don't let procrastination steal your time and potential. Remember, the cycle of stagnation can only be broken with action. Be your own inspiration. Practice self-improvement, and always keep your curiosity alive. This is a formula for those who seek not only financial wealth, but also the achievement of goals and full personal development, which reverberate in all areas of life. If this content has touched you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share with your friends, family, or colleagues who also want to grow. Inspire others to awaken their potential and create a high-performance mindset. The more people who join this journey, the greater the positive impact will be on your life and the world around you. And to continue receiving transformative content that will help you maintain focus, daily discipline, and continuous learning, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications right now. Don't miss the next videos that I have prepared especially to guide you towards real success, step by step. So tell me, which of these habits are you going to put into practice first? How about starting right now? Remember, the power of transformation is in your hands. You just have to decide to take action and not give up. Your high-performance future starts today.